Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today we have an interesting watch from HOLMR. As you can see, this is actually a brand owned by Richard Legrand. This is their first release. It's a pretty interesting watch. It's a dual-crowned watch. Wouldn't exactly call it a professional diving watch, more of kind of an everyday watch that can go in the water. It does have 150 meters of water resistance, but just a very interesting design. And what really struck me was that blue dial, which represents the sea, as you can see, which is very interesting and is actually a pretty complicated process to create. But yeah, this is the new HOLMR Epifarer, sorry if I'm butchering that word. But yeah, it's available on their website right now. I believe the price is like $4.99. You're getting a high beat automatic movement. It's actually a pretty nice looking watch. It has an integrated bracelet, but it's really not integrated. Quite interesting. Haven't seen that before. But yeah, let me show you the packaging, guys, and then we'll jump right into this. First, on my wrist today, I actually went ahead and purchased one of these Casio Mission Impossible watches. I believe this is the one, yeah. I've seen it on a bunch of other channels. It just, I don't know, it really struck me for the price, $44 on Amazon. I've been getting some good use out of it. I like the buttons, how they're really big, as you can see there. I'll have a nice little review of this one coming up pretty soon, so definitely stay tuned. Anyway, let's take a look at the packaging of the HOLMR Epifarer. The watch arrived pretty quickly, I must say, about 2 to 3 business days, which is very good, to the United States of America. As you can see, you get the gold HOLMR logo there, or HOLMR. And in the box, I believe it comes on the roll, and you get a nice kind of gold warranty card. Just get this out of the way here. There's the warranty card. So it's kind of like a goldish color, which is pretty cool. Pretty heavy, actually. Metal. And it has all the barcodes to scan there for your manual and warranty, which is pretty cool. Yeah, pretty heavy-duty warranty card. It comes on this kind of reddish leather-like material roll here. There's the protector. And yeah, it comes on this little roll here with the logo on the button. Open this up. And this holds the watch when you get it. Pretty simple. You can hold another watch in there as well. Pretty smooth, feels pretty good. Nice reddish color, and the HOLMR logo as well. So yeah, pretty nice, I'd say, for the money. Roll it back up, and you can store your watch in there if you want. I really don't. I just kind of keep the watches in a watch box. But everybody's different, right? All right, guys, let's get into the actual watch now. Now, here is the watch in front of your eyes. As you probably can see, it is in a solid 316L stainless steel case. This is the blue dial variant with the waves of the ocean kind of imprinted on the dial there, which is very nice. There are also another, a few variants of this watch. I believe there's like that turquoise color that's really popular. You can check on their website. We'll drop a link to them down in the description below so you can check it out after this video. Now, basic dimensions, let's get them out of the way. 40 millimeters across, 40 millimeters. Very nice size for the modern times, especially for watch collectors in this kind of niche. We have a 20 millimeter lug width here. In terms of case thickness, only 12.4 millimeters thick, which is actually really thin with that double domed sapphire crystal anti-reflective coating, which does keep things really legible. Doing a great job there. Now, in terms of lug to lug or top to bottom, we are looking at about 46.9 millimeters I got with my calipers, which is also really nice. But yeah, the watch is 40 millimeters. It might appear a little bit larger, with the bracelet. Considering the bracelet doesn't have such a dramatic taper like something like a Tissot PRX, but I think it looks pretty nice. It feels secure, a nice weight to it, about 150 grams. I believe it's about 170 without any links minus, so it has a nice little weight to it as well. Dual crowns here. It's not a super compressor watch as you might think. It actually has a 12-hour inner rotating bezel, which is not screwed down, so you can keep a second time zone on this piece, which is also very useful. Has 150 meters of water resistance, so no worries about taking it in the pool for a swim or anything like that. Not really a true deep diving watch. But yeah, very interesting case. Definitely a custom design. Nice signed crowns here. Dual signed crowns. This crown obviously at the 4 is a screw down crown. And this one, they're very, I must say, they are very grippy, these crowns. They're just really easy to grip onto. I've really noticed that. It was one of the first things I noticed. I'm like, wow, this is really easy to grip. So yeah, that's definitely a good thing to have. But yeah, the case has a bunch of different finishes, as you can see. It's mostly brushed, besides that smooth bezel, which is highly polished. And you get chamfering coming from the case here, going all the way down the sides of the bracelet, which is a really nice detail. Kind of gives it a more luxurious look, in my opinion. But yeah, these sides of the case are all brushed. So you can see it kind of comes inwards here. And there's a little like cutout here on the end of the lugs. It looks pretty interesting. And then this side, the same as well. Now the dial, if you can see it, it's not super pronounced, but when the light hits it, you will see that blue, which is supposed to represent the ocean. And they do kind of really look like waves in the ocean, that nice dark bluish color, which I thought was really interesting. I haven't seen a dial like this before. You get your date cut out at the 6 o'clock position. We get a double marker at the 12. And everything just really looks pretty symmetrical. Nice long rectangular hands, smooth sweeping seconds hand, reaching all the way out to the inner rotating friction-based bezel here. And if you want to keep a second time zone, very easy, guys. Obviously, if you want to go plus 2 hours, you put the 2 here. And then instead of at 10 o'clock, you're at 12 o'clock now. So very easy to use, guys. No worries about that. If you're just getting into watches or something like that. Now, what's interesting about this watch is the actual bracelet. So it looks like a fully integrated bracelet, but it's actually not. They really lined it up very nicely. There's not really much space in between these 20mm lugs, but this does come off. And you can put a strap on. You can put a leather strap, a rubber band, or anything you really want, which is quite interesting. Then you have these circles here, which are supposed to represent the actual turtle on the case back, as you can see. Open this up. Nice milled not milled clasp, butterfly clasp, with nice perlage work as well, fully brushed, very sturdy. I think they did a good job on that. But yeah, we get a really nice detailed turtle on that case back, which is raised and molded, screwed down as well. And you get kind of lines going through there as well, which are brushed. Just really highly detailed. I must say that is probably the most detailed turtle I have seen on a microbrand watch. Solid end links as well. Just really nice. Just some basic specifications on the back. And that's pretty much it, but I really do like that turtle. And these center links here are supposed to represent kind of, the turtle, as you can see on his shell there. So I think they did a pretty good job on that. Now, this is running an automatic movement. We also do get a nice amount of lume on this watch. It is running a Miyota 9019, so not the 9015, it's the 9019. It's a bit thinner, which allowed them to kind of do this dial configuration here and keep everything really, really close, and obviously allow for a 12.4mm case thickness, which is interesting. Same beat rate, beats at 4 Hz, 20,800 beats per hour, quick set date. You get hacking and hand winding as well, same amount of joules as the 9015. But yeah, it's nice to see a different movement, or at least a different caliber of the same line of movements. Crown is very grippy, like I stated, very sturdy, self-winding in the first position. One position, we can quick set that date down at the 6. Final position is your hacking position, and we can set the time here. Nice resistance, so you can really get a precise time set. Push that back in, seconds hand will start to run again. Everything functions really good, no issues there. And like I did state, you do get blue lume on these stick markers here. The lume's pretty good, I must say. It does last a pretty long time. It's blue, I believe it's BGW9. And yeah, look at that. Now you get a good view of it. It just comes to life when the light hits it. It's just really, really, really cool. Haven't seen a dial like that before, so it's definitely pretty new to me. Anyway, the bracelet has a butterfly clasp. Nice perlage work, like I stated, and it did sign the logo, which is really nice. So everything comes together here with the HOLMR logo, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the bracelet's really nice, nicely finished. I would say the finishing on the actual bracelet is just as good as the finishing on the case, which I do like to see. And yeah, just pretty sturdy bracelet, pretty articulating. It's not going to pull hairs or anything like that. It's very comfortable. But also does look good on a leather band or a rubber band or even a NATO if you want to throw it on that. But yeah, anyway, I want to throw it on my wrist, get you a lume shot, and show you guys exactly what it looks like. And I just did lume it up with the torch for about 10 seconds. As you can see, the blue BGW9 is pretty bright. I mean, there's not that much room to apply it on those thin stick markers, but on the hands there's a little bit more. It's definitely very legible, and obviously you're going to be able to read this at night. It does last a pretty long time as well, no blemishes or anything like that. everything looks pretty good. Now on my 6.5-inch wrist, the watch looks right at home. I mean, it's not too big, it's not too small, it has a nice weight to it. You definitely feel it on the wrist. I think the bracelet actually makes it feel like a bit more luxurious, the watch itself, than when it's on an actual rubber band or a leather band. Just gives it a more luxurious feel. That's in my opinion. In my opinion, honestly, watches on nice bracelets always have a much more luxurious feel to them. And this one is no exception here. Very comfortable, it's not going to pull any hairs or anything. Lug to lug, you can see, fits perfectly across my wrist. And my wrist is 6.5, about 6.75 inches when it swells in the summer. And yeah, just a perfect size for my wrist. Now, I think they did a really good job. The finishing, the quality is good. You're getting a decent high beat automatic movement. I really like that turtle on the case back. Bracelet is very nice. It's a style I haven't seen before from a micro brand. And you know, their quality and finish on the case and their finishing on their bracelets is actually really good. Also on Richard Legrand. I suppose they're using the same factories, I don't know. But yeah, it's always decent quality, and that's what you can expect from these brands. As you can see, nice HOLMR applied polished logo at the 12. Everything is pretty spot on. I didn't find any errors or anything like that, quality control issues, or else I would have, you know, stated them in the video. But yeah, I think it's a pretty interesting watch. Definitely doesn't look like anything else out there in my opinion. And like I said, this dial is one of a kind. Just really, really interesting. Something different for the collection, you know? And that's always a good thing. One thing I did notice, obviously, you know, it is a butterfly clasp on this bracelet. Obviously, if you want a perfect fit, you know, maybe your wrist won't get that. That's just the luck of the draw. Considering there's no half links, but you know, you should be able to get a pretty decent fit. You know, on my end, at least I did. But anyway, that could be the only one negative I could probably think of. I really like the design. Once I saw it on their website, I knew I would like this watch anyway. It's just really, really nice looking, and it's not a homage watch or anything like that. Not that I don't like homage watches, it's just obviously an original design is always a little better, you know? But yeah, anyway guys, let me know what you guys think of this watch down in the comments section below. There has been a few other reviews on YouTube of this watch, I believe, and most of them are pretty positive as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below as usual. This is the HOLMR Epifarer watch from Richard Legrand, or their new brand HOLMR. I will drop a link to them in the description below so you can check them out. Sometimes they do run some sales, so always good to check on that. Definitely subscribe to the channel. A lot of interesting content coming up real soon. Definitely throw the video a like as well. And of course, guys, I'll see you on the next one. A lot of interesting content coming up real soon. Stay tuned, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.